Good evening! Welcome to another episode of Cookin' in the Galley. Welcome aboard Treasured Times. Today we're going to be making French bread pizzas, and I've got a secret ingredient in there. I guarantee you've probably never made your French bread pizza with this secret ingredient, so stay tuned. For now, I've got all of my toppings here, toppings and French bread pizza. French bread for the French bread pizza. This is just a fresh loaf that I picked up from Publix yesterday. So that's the first ingredient. Second ingredient is, of course, the pepperonis. Gotta have pepperonis. Next ingredient is, this is just left over in my fridge. You can use any kind of sauce. Pizza sauce, I use the spaghetti sauce, but I always choose the one flavored with meat because that's the best. And now for the part that's the secret ingredient. Most people pick up a bag of already shredded mozzarella cheese. This is the stuff you get. You want to get whole milk mozzarella cheese. This is Polio, and because we're Italian, we use real cheese, and we put this actually on our lasagna every Christmas when we make lasagna, because we make lasagna for Christmas, because a lot of Italian families do. We do too. But you want to use whole milk, fresh mozzarella. You don't want to use that part skim mozzarella. You want to use this stuff. And there's one more ingredient that I put on sometimes. I usually do, and that's like a blend of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan cheese. It comes in a little bowl. I forget the brand of it, but I guess there's different brands, but it's a mixture. I usually put that on top, but I don't have any, so I'm not going to use that. Anyways, let's get making these French bread pizzas. I'm going to start by just cutting my loaf here. It smells so fresh, and I know it is fresh because, like, it's, you know, the outside is kind of hard, but you can still feel that it's soft on the inside. So I'm gonna cut this loaf in half. It's already kind of been creased. I'm just gonna cut it there. I think the loaf bent when I picked it up. I'm just gonna cut it long ways, just all the way. Just get you a nice bread knife. Makes it a lot easier. You got a good bread knife. And I apologize too if I look a little bit dusty. We have been sanding today and working on idle hour. So right now I'm a dusty mess. I was going to take a shower, but it's kind of hungry and I'm like, I just want to eat right now. And these are super simple. So, and this is like one of our staples that we normally make on the boat just because it's so easy. And when we're working on the boat, it's like, it's so much easier just to make something quick, easy, fast. I was actually considering maybe not filming this, but I decided I should just because, I don't know, why not? So I'm going to actually put this on my, because I'm going to put this in the toaster oven. I'm going to just pull my rack out and just set it right there. Because I usually make a mess with the cheese. It gets all over. And I'm probably going to be using my little, isn't this cute? I got this from a friend of mine. Thank you, Teresa. It's a big lobster plate, lobster serving dish. It's long, tall. Believe it or not, this thing has fallen off the counter several times and has never broke. So I love this thing. So thank you, Teresa. Alright, so I'm going to lay these loaves right on here. Just like that. Oh, one's longer than the other. That's okay. And I'm going to start with the sauce here, the spaghetti sauce. And some people might use pizza sauce. That's okay too. But I just use the spaghetti sauce because it's, you know, it's, I already had it in the fridge anyways. And there's another dish that I like to make with the spaghetti sauce too, which I'll probably share one day. And I may not eat my whole half of it today, so you can actually put it in like the refrigerator and put it in the toaster oven the next day, and it's actually still good, believe it or not. heat it up, not in the microwave, but in like a toaster oven, it's so much better. We use this toaster oven all the time. It's way, way, way better. So if anybody has any input you want to put, you want to tell me about, what do you put on your French dip pizzas? Are there any extra toppings that you put on? Leave me a comment below. That's good sauce. Leave me a comment below and we can discuss what kind of toppings you use, what kind of cheese you use. Because I know there's a lot of good stuff that you can put on these French dip pizzas. Alright, now I mentioned this cheese here. This cheese. I mentioned that you got to use this, but this cheese is really soft and it doesn't come pre-shredded. So a trick that I do is put it in the freezer for a little bit, maybe like 15 minutes, half an hour. It'll harden it up just enough where you can shred it yourself. At home, I've got one of those salad shooter shredder things. That's way easier, but limited on space on a boat. I just have my little this little thing here. Alright. So this is where I'm going to use my lobster plate. I'm just going to set this guy aside here. My lobster plate I'm going to set right here. I'm going to use it to put my... And you know, sometimes you got to cut this because it's real big and it's just harder to hold on to. So I'm just going to cut it there. Shred away. I know this might seem like a little bit of extra work, but I mean it's worth it. This cheese is so much better. It is so much better. It's so good. And if you're Italian, you definitely want to use this cheese. Alright. This stuff is really, really soft. It kind of wants to stick together so don't leave it, if you're cooking in a hot house, don't leave it in the dish. It'll want to stick together on you. So I usually do it like a little bit of cheese, mostly all the cheese, and then put the pepperonis, and then I'll put a little bit of cheese on top. That's where I would have put the mixture of other cheeses on it, but since I don't have it, I'm just gonna put a little bit more mozzarella cheese on it just to cover the pepperonis just a little bit. And I'm probably gonna make a mess with this cheese, and I may not use it all, I don't know. I'll probably use a good portion of it. Cheese is so good. Anybody else like cheese besides me? I'm sure a lot of people do. Sometimes I just like to eat cheese. My little niece loves cheese, and she's only 2. I'm probably going to use most of it. And when you put this in the toaster oven, make sure you put tin foil under it, because sometimes this cheese will fall off and make such a huge mess. So put a piece of tin foil under it. Alright, now for the pepperonis. And this brand is a Boar's Head. Boar's Head. It's a pretty good brand. I like these pepperoni. Some people might use turkey pepperoni. But I guess if you like that better, then go ahead, knock yourself out. But we like real pepperoni. I think it's just better. Real pepperoni's better. You might be tempted to use just regular shredded mozzarella cheese, part skim. But when you have that and then you try this real cheese, you're going to be like, alright, I'm doing the real cheese every time. So definitely give this a try with the real whole milk mozzarella cheese. You'll definitely like it a lot better than that part skim stuff. I'm just gonna eat these last couple ones. Alright, and then little bit of cheese that's left over. I'll put that on top. It's always good to have like a little bit of a variety of cheeses that you put on here. Boy, we tried it one time with super spicy habanero cheese? I don't know, I forget what kind of cheese it was, but it was so spicy. Okay, so these are ready to go, and it'll be an easy cleanup mess on my surface here. Just a quick wipe up here. See here, there's actually a setting in here for pizza. I'm gonna use that setting. It says 375 for 20 minutes. I don't know if they'll need to be in there for that long, but I think that's probably a good start. If your cheese doesn't get all cooked and brown, you can always just put turn on the broil for a few minutes just to get the top of the cheese just a little bit crispy, if you like it that way. But we're gonna go ahead and put these in, and probably in the middle rack there. So we're gonna let that bake and check in a few minutes. Actually, maybe we can watch this. Maybe we can watch it cook. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna say those are cooked just about the way I like them. Not too crispy, not dried out, but melted, cheesy, and yummy. This cheese is really good. It's stuck together. There we go.
Let's go pizza.
Oh, Mike's here. Come over here. Mike's here.
French bread pizza. Bye.
Take your plate.
Whoa.
Thank you. Come over here. Thank you for watching.
It's hot.
See you guys next time.